What up, YouTube? It's your boy, Detroit Love, with a live video. What up, guys, man? We just gonna have fun today. I got some special guests for you. We're gonna be diving into consoles that fit into your palm, but left a huge imprint on our hearts. That's right, handhelds, baby. And we're gonna go from Game Boy to the Switch 2 pricing drama. We're gonna cover it all. Plus, we got three special guests here in the building. We got King Creole, we got Prince, we got Mesiah, ready to drop those gems, share memories, and stir up the chat. So speaking of chat, if you're watching live, or even if you come in later and watch this on repeat, make sure you join the chat. Let us know what your favorite handheld was, or even is today. Let me know if you ever had to blow into a cartridge to make it work, right? So let's get this show started. We're going to roll the intro credits, and then when we come back, it's time to have some fun tonight, guys. Let's do this. All right, guys. I see some of you guys are joining us in the chat, man. Appreciate you guys. What up, MSU Rich? Brooklyn Menace is in the house. Kevin Clausen dropping the coin. What up, YouTube? Thank you, brother. Appreciate the $2 super chat. Definitely appreciate that. All right, so I'm going to bring these guys on. I think we're waiting on Prince, but we're going to bring everybody in. Who are we missing here?
Sorry about that. Bad background.
There we go.
What's going on, everybody?
What up, fellas? What's going on?
I'm back.
How y'all doing tonight?
Right.
What's going on?
Awesome. Yeah, hey guys, I appreciate you guys coming on. You guys said you guys want to talk about these handhelds, man. I'm excited to hear your thoughts on this. But before we get into it, let's just do a quick intro for the people that don't know you. We're going to start from the top right there, Prince, and let's just give you a 30-second elevator pitch. And Messiah, you are muted, so you know.
What's going on, guys? This is your boy Prince Malcolm. Formerly did some of community licensing for the iArcade voluntarily. Also doing a little bit things with Bashbox. Also, you know, everything around on Twitter and other outlets on social media to get licenses to the appropriate companies.
Awesome. Go ahead, Messiah.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Messiah, aka Mensa. A lot of you guys probably know me from a lot of my posts and videos and opinions and whatnot. Yeah, I'm associated with Bash Gaming folks. A lot of what I do is behind the scenes, so I don't really disclose too much of that. But yeah, I am connected in the community via video game makers and whatnot. So it's good to meet you all.
Awesome. Last but not least, King Creole.
What's going on, everybody? Your boy is back. It's King Creole. You guys probably remember me from the iArcade fan show. I was a part of that. I'm all over the place in the community. I took a hiatus. I got sick, so I've been off of the screen, but I'm back. Your boy is back. And Mensa, you don't have to drive out and you see me. I'm here. So you don't have to put an APB out for me. What's up, everybody? Thank you, D-Love.
Awesome. And I know you guys have invited your friends and fans out here, so some of these guys may not know me. I'll just introduce myself. So I'm a retro and arcade enthusiast. I like to blend love. That's why it's the name, the love for classic gaming along with modern tech. So whether you're building out a perfect home arcade or reviewing the latest gear, man, this is what I'm here for. I like to show people, teach people how to take machines and mod them and just have fun. And you guys probably caught some of my latest things. I just like reminiscing about the past and these great inventions that made our life so full of fun. So
Love
And
watching.
so today, this is just one component of it, man. We have all of these gadgets that we just love to do, and handhelds really made a big difference in growing up. So I just want to ask you guys real quick. You know, what was your first handheld that you guys got?
Go ahead, Mister.
Oh man, first handheld. Well, I'm. It's a tough one, but I'll just go back with the classic. I mean, the OG Game Boy. I would probably consider my first handheld if we're going that route. I had the older stuff where it was like this football game with the dots on them. I don't even know what it was called, but I didn't even know how to play it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll say the OG Game Boy.
Okay. Anyone?
For me, I got it from KB Toy Store. It was the Tiger handheld Double Dragon.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
For me, it was the Coleco handheld baseball.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep. My dad had got it for my mom had got it for him for his birthday, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to play the heck out of it. And it was dots, like Mr. said. It was nothing but dots. It was no graphics, nothing. But that was my first handheld, Coleco baseball.
Yeah, and Messiah. So you hit it on it. My first handheld was exactly that. It was the Mattel football, electronic football, Mattel's electronic football, and like you said, it was just these dashes. You either was throwing the ball to another dot, throwing the dot to another dot.
Yeah.
Running around the dot.
I didn't understand what I was playing, but I was playing heck out of it.
Oh man, I understood that, and that was because you were playing football. You were playing football with these dots, and then I don't know if you guys remember. Shortly after that, that was back in the 70s where I played. You guys, I'm not sure how close you guys to my. That was, but right after that came out the Simon, and everybody and their mama had a Simon.
The memory game, I had them.
Yeah, colors, you know. We had those. You had to remember the patterns, you know.
It's a handheld. Yeah. Right.
And so that came out after. So those are the two games that started off for me.
And then the Tiger Electronics, like Prince was saying.
Oh yeah, I had a bunch of Tiger Electronics.
Wrestling and they had a Double Dragon one, if I recall.
Yeah.
Yep. Sonic came out. They had all kinds.
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden.
Oh yeah, Ninja. Yeah, man, those were good. I think they had a re-release of quite a few of them.
They did,
like a reboot.
Mm-hmm. Graphics? No,
it's the same thing, but they brought them back.
Yep.
Yeah, because I found an X-Men one at GameStop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know the good thing about while a lot of us had Tiger handhelds, it was because it was cheap. And it was my parents stuffed my stocking with the Tiger Electronics. It was like what, 20 at that time. It might have been $20, but if you got something brand new,
cheap for what it was at the time. I mean, I'll segue to it later, but yeah,
it was cheaper.
So we all started somewhere, right? Because if you think about it, right, we all went to the arcades.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fell in love with the gaming. We said we got to have this in the house, right? So we all evolved into some fashion, whether it was ColecoVision, whether it was Atari, right? Commodore 64, right? There was the evolution, but we had to be at home. So the handheld really just freed you up from being stuck there. So what would you say? What was the most memorable? And it doesn't have to be that far back. It could be the current one. What was your most memorable handheld?
I can start. My most memorable handheld was the Game Boy, the Tetris. I played, and I had like maybe 2 games, Tetris and Mario Land of Coins, or 6 coins, and we played the heck out of those 2 cartridges. So Game Boy would be my most memorable.
Go for it, Prince.
For me, same thing. The Game Boy, just traveling down the road and like at nighttime, be pressed to try to catch the street light and pause it when it goes dark, and then unpause it when I get some light. To play, like,
man,
boy,
that was horrible.
Even though I love my nostalgia, I'm gonna go a little bit more recent, and it's for me. It's because it got me through a lot in the job field that I was in. 2 of them, the the Nintendo DS series,
Mm.
and then for me, and I'm sorry if I'm jumping ahead, probably the greatest handhelds of them all, the Vita.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No,
We're gonna get to that.
now the most significant for me was the DS. You know,
Mm.
because the other ones. Now I got married early. I got married early, like 18. I had my first kid at 21. So most of the handhelds that came after the ones you guys are talking about, the Game Boy, those are like for my kids, right? They was playing them more than I did. If I bought it for me, I ended up keeping it, right? So,
They wouldn't see it.
yeah, and so that was the boys. They went through all the Game Boys, Game Boy Color, all that stuff. But when my daughters came along, they were 10 years later after the girls. I mean, after the boys. The DS was most significant because that was the first time I hacked. You know, I had that R4. They had that R4. You can get this one cartridge and load all the games on it. Because as a parent of two girls with wanting every game you can possibly play, that was very significant because I can give them this one cartridge and they can play.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
They can play whatever game they wanted to play, and my pockets was where they should have been. so that would have been in trouble
if you had to buy 2 games every 2 months.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. So that was the most significant for me, man. So that was just awesome.
I have to revisit the DS. I mean, that's all y'all talk. I didn't own one.
Oh man, you're missing out, man.
Yeah, I know.
The DS titles are some of the best ones, man.
Especially the later Castlevania Metrovania series. Oh man.
And then with the whole top down and up screen thing, they made a lot of games that
one part you could touch, the other one you couldn't. I mean, it was and it was color, right? Was the first one black and white, or was it color from the street?
It was color, but it was just so old school. You know what? Hold on. I think the top part was colored, and the bottom.
Prince pulled his out.
The touchscreen part. Well, that's the newer one, but the OG DS. Malcolm, the OG one was like ancient.
Yeah, because I got the 3DS. I got the regular.
Oh Lord!
Yeah,
3D.
Yeah, those are gorgeous.
Yeah, I tried to get my daughters to find theirs, but they couldn't find it in their rooms. But they have them. They still have them. They still work. And like I said, we don't throw away anything over here.
The good alternative to the 3DS was the 2DS.
I didn't know that either.
Hinge. Don't give no 3DS to a kid.
No. They'll rip the door off.
Now, y'all remember the Game.com and the Engage? Those handhelds?
Which one was that?
Game Tiger came out with one that went online that was a Game.com. It was a phone.
Oh, okay. I don't recall that one. Again, I was probably at Chuck E. Cheese with kids.
Yep.
I had a Neo Geo Pocket.
Neo Geo Pocket was one. Yeah.
Atari
Lynx. Yep.
Yeah, the Lynx.
And so those are good. Those are good handhelds. So that leads to the next question: is like, what is your most obscure or underrated device?
Ooh, I would say the Nokia Engage. It was a phone and handheld.
Yeah.
So I had that. I used my first check with that on that. So
that was expensive.
Yeah, and the whole check went to that only. My mom was like, "Really? You buying that with everything?" Yep, I want it. And I had one game. It was a Tony Hawk game. That was it.
Wow. Anybody else?
Damn. So it wasn't handheld, but I think the only obscure thing I bought and I found it at a thrift store was an Atari Jaguar. But as far as handheld wise, I can't think of it.
You still got that, Prince?
No.
I'm about to say, well, you got the gold.
Because when
one I got is the newest one that I had showed off about, the Playdate.
Okay, and we'll get to that.
Hey, I like that one.
That would probably be the most obscure.
No, I say obscure or underrated. So
that one's nice.
Honestly.
Yeah. Well, let's keep it moving here. What was our what's our next section here? Help me out here. Segment 2. What were we talking about here?
Let me pull it up here. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay. We wanted to talk
Switch
about
2 prices. That's what I got. Switch 2.
About the rise of the handhelds. I know you wanted to talk about this because I guess there was a lot of controversy where people were talking about the pricing, right? Saying that these things are too expensive, and you had something.
Yeah, if you could pull up, or I could pull it up. The chart. Yeah, so this chart right here.
Okay.
Oh,
all right. So right now, I've been seeing a lot of, opinions about the Switch 2.
Mhm.
Fair enough. It's the newest product. Everybody wants to talk about it. Who wouldn't, right? But the argument was because the prices have gone up more unconventionally so than a lot of people are used to. People have a lot of opinions on it, a lot of topics, but I have I think a very sound argument, which was the prices have not gone up, guys. If anything, the prices have stayed steadily the same for the last 30 years. And if anything, the prices have went down. Why am I saying this? Because nobody accounts for inflation.
Oh,
example, my man, when you were mentioning about the $20, Tiger,
yep,
you're talking about a $40, $50 device.
True. True.
But look at the equivalents here, adjusted for today's inflation. Now, I did my research. This is pretty close. The original Nintendo. I mean, you guys were looking at almost $600 device here. I remember it being expensive enough because who remembers layaway, right?
Oh yeah, Kmart had a good
single day. My dad had to go.
Kmart had a good layaway.
Why we only had one our whole lifetime, guys? These were expensive.
It was.
You may think back in the day, oh, it was $200. Well, yeah, that doesn't sound like much now in comparison.
85 was a lot.
The inflation rate.
Oh, yeah,
and look how steadily Nintendo has kept it. And now that they're basically even cheaper than the original NES, somehow everyone's on their high horse saying that they're ripping us off when the technology is newer, things are changing, tariffs, taxes, the economy.
Yeah.
And if anyone's going to, for me personally, if anyone's going to set the standard to move forward with knowing your worth, paying the developers, et cetera, for me, it's Nintendo. Call it what you want, but these are the facts that I'm trying to deliver and to be objective about, and just to start a discourse and talk.
Okay. Now, are any of you guys pre-ordered the Switch 2?
Yeah, I did.
If I could, I would. I missed out.
Okay. I did.
You did?
Yes.
So yeah, I had zero interest in the Switch 2. I mean, I was a late comer to the Switch.
Right. Yeah, me too.
And I had it for a while, and it sat there. I'm like, I bought all these games. I have this neat little case, and it has little slots for all these games that I never play. Until I found the golf game, and I love it.
That is a good one, yeah.
I pull it, but the only thing is, it's the COVID version of the golf. It was the Justin Thomas one. In COVID, there was nobody in the stands, nobody at the greens. You know what I mean? So it's like
nobody.
Man, I want a new one where I can have the crowd. I want the Tiger Woods, but they didn't make it for the Switch. I'm like,
nah.
So I was kind of upset about that. But now I play that Switch all the time, and so to go into the Switch 2, I just don't see any value for me to have a fully functional device here and to set aside to get some other device that's going to do basically the same. I'm already doing.
And Nintendo agrees with you. They literally said, well, if you can't afford the Switch 2, we still have the Switch, and we're not giving up supporting the Switch as long as there's a want. Yeah. They said as long as there is a want, we will always support and continue making content for the Switch. Now, I saw some other stuff where like, oh, that was a bad. No, it's not. He's literally saying that you don't have to worry. You don't have to go out there and go broke, guys. Continue being happy and play on your Switch.
You ain't got to get a loan for the Switch 2, guys.
But be happy and play on your Switch. And I'm going to be happy for you. I promise.
Be happy with what you got. Like D-Love said, he don't see the need.
Right.
So just keep it. Yeah.
Now, if that changes, though, my device falls and breaks, then I got to look at it. I've never been like that. I love technology, but I've always been a very reasonable.
Well, good news is there will be plenty of more switches for you to buy.
Yeah, I don't have to have it because it's new. I don't have to be the first one to have it.
Right.
But if I wanted it, I would get it. And it's funny how we do with money, right? You know, we say, oh, that's expensive, and then on the other hand, we'll spend $400 or $500 on something. The next man will look like, what are you? What did you spend on? You know,
Dog makes a good point about
So we buy what we want, we buy what we desire. You know what I mean? And that's the great thing about it. At our age, you know, we have discretionary funds that we can choose to do it. We got commitments and obligations for a lot of it, most of it. But we buy what we like. So it's good that they come out with this thing. And Nintendo, I was looking at the list you shared there, Messiah. I'm like, over the years, Nintendo has been there in my household.
Yeah.
You know, the whole way of all the devices
graphic
out with, I've had at least 10 of them.
He said 10.
You know, at least 10. And I used to love that Wii U, man.
Man, that was next level.
But see, that was another one. I'm sorry.
Which one? The Wii.
Okay. But I was the same, but the Wii U people were complaining crazy.
I never played the Wii U, but the Wii itself.
Man.
We had years of fun.
It was like its cheapest product run.
I love it.
So that's what I don't think people are keeping in mind. My kids pass up the PS5 and the Xbox and go straight to the Switch.
Yeah.
You have people over, they going, what? Let's play Switch. I don't know. Same thing was with the that original Wii. We had so many parties of people playing boxing and tennis and all those games we play. It's simple, but they like it.
Yeah. And then also,
thanks, man. I'm good to see you, man.
Also, the other thing I noticed is that like nobody's really playing their PlayStation 5 or Xbox either.
No, I'm not.
Like I remember I stumbled on something that RGT85 was talking about. He was saying that Sony was saying that the PlayStation 5 is halfway near its life cycle.
Whoa.
And we haven't really any game that has topped the standard of the capacity of what the machine can do.
Nope.
And
I'm with you, Prince.
So
Kevin Clausen gave another $2 super chat. He says, anyone that complains about the price, just get Game Pass.
Hey, I agree, Kevin. I mean, because Game Pass, you can play PC, console, you can do whatever you want to do with Game Pass.
Hey, Detroit, can you pull up that other graphic?
Yes, sir.
I just want to give people a visual. You know, I had AI do this, but once again, I looked, it's accurate for what it is. And just, look at the pricing and how it's, changed up.
Yeah.
And, the whole point to it, Nintendo's kept it the same.
Yeah, no. So I had the NES to start off, then the Super NES, which was considered, but would go from 8-bit to 16-bit, was it?
16, yep.
Okay. And then I had the 64. I had the 64 up into this house, and my wife sold it at a garage sale for $40.
You're like, no.
I was so upset. She's like, I thought you wouldn't use one. I'm like, lady.
Hey.
But I don't think that was the last of the Nintendo console that I've owned. It was a 64 up until the Switch, which I've only played the Switch as a console once on the TV. I tried playing golf on that. I don't like the experience, so I like a handheld. But Nintendo has been significant. Like I said, I own most of the little handhelds, whether my kids were playing it. So Nintendo has been a significant player in.
I see. Yeah. Hey, that's the good thing about graphics. You can visually see this.
Company left in this regard.
Where's Sega at? Hey, I'm not bashing Sega. I like Sega, but hey, I don't see them still in the mix.
No.
You don't. But for me, greatest console of all time, Dreamcast.
I mean, I agree, but
Dreamcast changed the game for sure.
Yeah, it was a game changer.
Unfortunately, it changed it for them as well. So, that was the sad thing.
Well, they got smart and they backed out of the business before they crashed, because they were selling fine.
Oh, yeah.
But when the PlayStation was projected to come out, they're like,
oh
nope,
yeah,
we're not we can't compete with that. We're out.
Yeah.
So they didn't go bankrupt because of, you know, the Dreamcast or nothing. They just got smart and they're like, yeah, we're going to keep the, you know, software.
Yeah, their football game was phenomenal.
Man.
Oh, NFL 2K, that's at the standard. $20 instead of
and
80
20
or whatever the hell.
And cheap.
Now, didn't they move the software over to PlayStation?
Yeah, it did. The 2K moved over.
2K, right.
Well, remember the NFL, they stopped making those because of EA took the rights.
Oh yeah, they did buy the rights. Yeah.
Or was it Madden?
All football. So Madden bought the football
Madden,
rights
EA.
for all football.
Yeah, because Madden got scared. They was like, this
man was in trouble
for $20. Like, we gotta stop them. They can't come out with another year because we're gonna be toast.
And on the Dreamcast, you could pick your plays on the memory.
Man, yes, you could.
So that you couldn't see other people do. You had to know what's on the screen.
Yep.
Couldn't.
So panel, is it safe to say that Nintendo pushed the line with tech? Because I think Prince posted the Power Glove. That was way back in '85 or in the '80s. Yeah. So I mean, is it safe to say that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That was
they had that robot thing. You remember?
Yeah. What do you think, D-Love? I mean, do they?
Well, I mean, they obviously have kept the technology moving forward, but I don't think the glove and anybody's produced a glove that was I mean, you know what I mean?
That one wasn't accurate.
Yeah, it was more of a novelty thing. But
it was definitely a novelty. And only one game worked for it, truly, right?
Right. Yep.
So was it the glove ball? Get the ball game work?
Yeah, it was that, and even that wasn't responsive, from my understanding. I mean, I never owned one, but from what I've seen about it, it wasn't even a good gold standard then.
That thing was expensive from what I remember.
Yeah, I couldn't afford that one.
Nobody in my crew could justify getting that. And
Prince, did you have it?
Hell no.
Oh.
Hey, you had mentioned about getting the Tiger handhelds in a stocking. I didn't even know what a Christmas stocking was.
Oh, damn.
I was like, dude, you lined your stuff with Tiger handhelds? I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, that was in a stocking.
I would have loved to be you.
That was a stocking stuff.
But woo.
Man.
All right, so let's keep it moving here. So you, speaking of handhelds that not everybody's had or may not apply to everybody's interests, you want to talk about a particular handheld that you think hadn't gotten the attention that it should.
Oh yeah. So
did you provide a still for, if you can share, if you have?
Yeah. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Pulling up the talking points.
What you about to pull out, mister?
Huh?
I said, what you about to pull out? Uh-oh.
It's right here on the screen. Oh, yeah. So it's called the Playdate. Okay. And what's interesting about this is that, excuse me, it's just a simple system. It is what it is right here, right? It's a black and white screen with two buttons, a directional stick, and the novelty of this is off to the right. There's a pull-out crank. Yes, guys. Crank, right? And what's so special about this is there's no backlit screen. It's highly reflective. It could be it's visible in the night if you even use a candle because it's so reflective. So you don't need a major light source in order to still view it, as long as you got a small light source. It's all about the indie development. What you see right here is actually like a dev kit. So if you want to make games for this, buy the package here. It's like $179, $180. And what happens is they have what they call seasons, and every couple of weeks, several weeks, they release games. And for that first season, you get free games. So
what up, Mo?
Those are just the free games that you can get. going on, bro? But you get like two or three every couple of weeks, so it's a nice little new prize. And yes, it's got a good size memory on it, so you can save what you have and whatnot like that. They don't just disappear on you or anything like that. But as we go through, you can see the talking points here.
That crank got me interested. I'm like, so what's the?
They're really open about the design. Everything you see here is what you get.
Wow.
The game quality is a lot more than you think, guys. I mean, this is like we're talking about like OG Game Boy levels. Great original games here. Some of the folks from I don't know, you ever heard of this? It was a popular indie game called Faster Than Light. The devs are on board.
Yeah, I heard of it. Yeah.
A lot of the devs are on board for this. In season 2, eventually I'm gonna show you. There's a game developer. He only has like 24 subscribers, but I'm gonna buy his game immediately when I see it because it looks that good. And it's called.
So I got a question here. So the concept, the name game Playdate. So they come out with these games at a certain time. So it's sort of like you all get together like a play date. Like we
right, exactly. This is my son's go-to.
Okay.
He has a cell phone now. He's young, but screen time, whatnot. He's got every device he wants because me, right? This is his go-to. If he's out on a car trip, anything like that, this is what he wants. It's really durable, but yes, obviously, you drop it, that screen's gonna crack. Like so,
it's out.
I don't recommend it for if you're gonna have a child play on it. Have them sitting down, hand it to them, etc. Because it is fragile in that sense, but it is a durable device. It can withstand them playing and turning and all that. This is just a 2-minute video. You mind if I press play?
Yeah, as long as they don't have music, we might have to mute it.
All right, I'll turn it down. But it's their own. It's nothing that's going to get you copyrighted.
Okay.
This video is about a little box called Playdate.
I love it. What is it?
It's a new thing. It plays games.
I already have a thing that plays games.
Me too, but this is a little different.
We wanted to try something different, and so we did the most difficult, different thing that you could possibly.
Let's take another look. Say hello to Playdate.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thanks. That means a lot. Here's a hand. Playdate fits right there. There's an A button, B button, D-pad, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, USB-C, all the hits.
Wait, what's that thing?
That's the
Crank.
It's a crank.
Yeah, seriously, what is it?
The crank. You crank it like this. It can control the games. It's fun. Now look at this. The display, extremely high resolution.
Is there a backlight?
No, but the screen is super reflective. You can even play it by candlelight.
Really?
Maybe. Playdate was dreamed up by this company called Panic. They're in Portland. They love making things. And this is the first time they've made hardware. So they got a little help from this company called
Teenage Engineering.
They're over in Stockholm. This guy named Jesper came up with the idea for the crank.
Okay, so who makes the games?
Some people you've heard of, some people you haven't.
You are so mysterious. I love it. So what are these new games they're working on?
That's the best part. You won't know what you're getting, not until they Wi-Fi themselves into your Playdate. You know that feeling when...
That's a great feeling.
And that's what Playdate is all about. A game appears, and then a week later, you get a new one. It's like a season of TV.
A mystery surprise game that could be basically anything?
Now you're getting it.
How long is the season?
12 weeks, 24 games, all season long. You and her and that guy over there and everyone else will be enjoying these mystery surprise games you can't play anywhere else. And also this, every Playdate can be used to make your own games. So, what do you think?
All right, I'll do it.
Great. Ready for your Playdate? Oh, and you can also get the snap-on dock with the speaker and a place to hold your pen.
Oh my God.
No, that's interesting.
Damn.
Yeah, it is, but sadly, the dock is no more.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. What's up?
It got too expensive. They realized that doing the research on it and getting things right was going.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. Trying to get us back. Here we go. Up. Come on.
There we go.
There we go.
They realized it was going to cost more than what it was worth. So
okay.
They had to nix that idea. But as it the seasons go on, I think they're actually up to 34 games now for season 1. So you pay the $179 or whatever it costs, you get all those games for free.
Yeah, that's a win.
Okay, but that doesn't count all the other games you can pay for. So there's a bigger library. It's not just
okay. I was going to ask that.
There's a larger library out there that is, and it's just simple stuff.
Kevin said it was 50-75.
Yeah, you know, Kevin's also a troll, but I love you, Kevin, but Jesus. But yeah, it's simple. I think it's worth the price of admission.
The Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, I'm like, wait.
It's got Wi-Fi. It's got Bluetooth capabilities.
Now, what
the
was
cranking
this?
is actually pretty intuitive. It's very responsive, the crank.
What is this thing? Because everything I just saw was like flat.
Right. So that was the dog that I was talking about. That is no longer in production, sadly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
The quality level wasn't reaching what they wanted, and they had to nix it. So it's pretty much nixed indefinitely because it just wasn't meeting the quality. Because they were having multiple companies trying to help, and it was just getting too expensive for them at the time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But if I could share this tab.
Go ahead. Okay, this one here.
So this is an example of one of the games that's coming out on PS2, and based on the lore of.
I mean, the graphics are good.
But what you see here, they're using the crank.
Huh. Oh, shoot. Okay. Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, Prince, you know, this reminds me of that old calculator from algebra class.
Yeah, the TA.
Put them games on.
81.
You can hear it.
Yep.
Winding it up. So they got fishing games and whatnot.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I like that. Cuphead will look nice, Prince, on here.
I mean, it's definitely a very unique concept.
Yeah, that's unique as heck.
And interesting. I mean, we've been doing the same thing over and over, and that's when you talk about handhelds. You know, there's a lot of like I have this handheld here that is a no-name thing, but it just plays all retro games, right?
Oh yeah, I see a bunch of those.
Yeah, so you see a bunch of those things, but they're insignificant, right? Because it just has retro. You know, what's it called? What's the emulator?
Oh, RetroArch.
Yeah, RetroArch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you have everybody and their mama making these things, right? You know,
everybody,
and they're great. I mean, that thing is great. I have Punisher on there, and I have all kinds of things. So if I want to go somewhere and I want to risk taking something that I can lose or get broken or stolen or lost, you know, this guy comes with me, right? And I'm stuck on a plane or somewhere, so it definitely has a purpose for. But there's a lot of handhelds that are just regurgitating what we from the past, right? So it's refreshing to see somebody being imaginative, right?
That's dope, yeah.
Doing something different, because you know, while we love the retro, people still should be innovating and coming up with some different concepts, right? So I'm excited that I'll have to keep an eye on it, because when you said that play date, you know, like I said, I haven't had 4 kids. I was thinking about something else. Like, okay,
hey, you thought a real
style game. So I mean, there's first-person style space simulator games.
I want some fish.
Like, you know, you saw the one with my son who was playing the surfing game with the crank. So there's different.
So you're going to
crank more detail to it.
Your golf club. I saw they had a golf game.
There's one where you have to move the guy to the tee with your crank, and you're like getting to a literal date with your girlfriend. And as these objects are like coming towards you, you might have to reset yourself in the past while you're like sniffing a flower so the object can come over your head and then you can move forward again, that kind of stuff. So it's really precise style gameplay that you can pull off with these games. And it's just a lot of are what you consider outside the box ideas. And they're indie developers. As you saw, that one guy that made that game, he only had like 24 subscribers, but these guys are putting in work. And if you're into this stuff in the indie development, go support them.
Yeah, and
if you want to make your own.
And indie development is also pretty cool because again, Nintendo's going to put out what they want, right?
Yeah.
And on their handheld, you're locked into their system, and so it's just like Disney, right? Disney is going to stay within a bubble of what they're going to produce, and Nintendo's that same way. So it's good to see what other minds can come up and what other concepts are available. Of course, there's going to be some things that's not going to appeal to everybody, but people can't grow and get better and learn unless they have an outlet to be able to showcase these things. And if it makes sense and people like it, they'll pay with their money, right? They'll speak
exactly.
What I mean? If they don't like it, then they won't. And so you have to keep innovating to try and find something. So I love that about this thing. So I'm definitely curious. But yeah,
you piqued my interest for sure. With that one,
it's refreshing. It's something different. If you guys are looking for something different, go check out the Playdate. I think it's worth the admission.
Now, is there a particular website you can only get it from, or is it available on different?
I think there is. I want to say I thought I got it from Amazon, but order through them. Oh yeah, no, you're going to need to go through them.
Okay.
Because at the time they were backlogged way back, but now there should be plenty.
So now it's coming out.
But right? These are limited, guys, because I remember about a year ago, it took them people had ordered them and they waited like a year and a half before they got them. So they were in hot commodity. So when I bought this last year for my son, I had got it for his Christmas, and it came in just in time because they were short run. So it's kind of like get it while you can, but they've been supporting it, and they got a season 2 coming out with 30 more games or something crazy, and go check it out.
Nice.
Those are just the free games. Like I said, there's plenty to buy. Plenty to buy.
Okay, cool. So now so we talked about the old school, we talked about the growth of Nintendo and where they came from and where they got to, but there's a lot of other handhelds out here. Now, are you guys playing any modern handhelds now, or are you still sticking with the old school? What if you was going to be stuck on a island for a month or two? What handheld are you grabbing to make sure that you're not bored?
The Ambernick.
Mine's going to be my Vita.
Oh yeah,
he got an OG PSP. See, I got a PSP Go.
Okay.
And his mod.
I got the OG PSP.
The flip, that was great. But yeah, I'm gonna have to stick with my Vita. Because the Vita, like the Switch, it had a lot of underrated, just like these Japanese specific style titles that you just traditionally wouldn't see on a handheld. There was one called it was like Tokyo Zoo or something like that, and you were just this animal. I'm gonna exaggerate. You start off with, as a deer, and you go around killing lions and stuff, and you got bigger.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it was wild. It was a wild game, and it was so out of the box too. And these games were just Vita games.
Now, what's you grabbing, D-Love?
The UI system was just great. Always wanted me to get one of their games the way they had it. But yeah, there's specific Vita games out there that just got to the Switch now too. That's how popular some of those games were.
Awesome. I mean, for me now, so I only have 4 handhelds currently. So I have the Nintendo Game and Watch.
Yeah, that's the re-release one.
Right, and that's awesome. You just you can have that with you anytime. You get stuck somewhere unexpected. So I like that. I have the Evercade EX ER. So I have the Duke Nukem series on here.
Oh, I love it. I love Duke Nukem.
I have Lara Croft and Duke Nukem. I would love to get the ColecoVision collection, but those a lot of these things they go into legacy mode where they basically aren't sold anymore. You kind of gotta buy it from somebody else. So that kind of stuff.
You can still buy Evercade, right? I seen that tariff post.
Yeah, everybody's dealing with the tariff, so I'm sure that everything will just be at a higher price. And then, like I said, I have the no-name brand, and then I have my Switch. If I was going to be going on an island now, because battery life is going to be considered, I'm sure those things, the batteries don't last very long.
No, yeah, I don't last.
You're going to be one night, and then you're going to be hit.
It's over.
I agree.
So I like the Game & Watch because the battery just lasts forever. On the keep coming up. And even that no name, what I like is that I can come back 4 months later and the battery completed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can just pick up where you left off. So I think I would love to take the Switch, but I know the battery wouldn't last, so I would not take it.
Ain't lasting 10 minutes.
Right. So unless you got something to charge it up, let me turn this thing off. So I would probably take the Evercade or this guy if I was going to be stuck on the deserted island for a while, just for battery life, and I have more variety of what I can play.
The Game & Watch is gonna last.
I forgot to mention my other son's favorite.
The last time I charged this thing,
the Embernic RG Cube.
That's what. Is that the online one that you told me about? Is that the online one you told me about?
Yeah, it's the same company, but this one's called the Cube, so it looks like his, but it's elongated the screen, so it plays DS games like Dream, and that when my son goes on his long trips, he brings that one too, and the battery life on it's great.
Paul said we're gonna get charged more. Hey, I think these tariffs, some people are affected, but some, greed, big business.
Like the digital games are getting,
come on, man.
So that I don't see the justification to that right now. If it's all digital, like right here, right now, like nah, not for the older stuff. Why are you upping your digital titles on your older stuff? Nah,
especially
if you have a gift card. You pay $50 for a gift card, and they're already taxing you on that gift card.
Like, facts. You ain't getting that full price.
Nope.
I'm about to have
I think with the PSP now, you could order on Amazon a lithium battery that lasts like.
Yes, you can. I bought a replacement, and it lasts a lot better because my old one almost blew up.
Yeah, my old one ain't last long.
It's about to explode.
Okay.
Now, do any of you guys have the Steam Deck?
Yeah.
And it's funny that I didn't mention it.
I don't even touch it.
It's a great system, but it's not something I would bring with me.
Yeah, no, it don't last long.
No.
10 minutes.
Yeah, you got to have that plugged in.
You got to be plugged in.
Yeah.
And Steam Deck, it depends on what you're playing. Because if you playing Call of Duty, you got 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes and it's gone.
Now, can you turn down like the graphics and things like that to save some battery?
Yeah, but it don't
you can
look
do all
good.
that. I mean, they got what they call Steam certified stuff, but
it sounds good, but it don't last long because if you turn, so you can turn down graphics, but games like Call of Duty, if
I'm playing Harry Potter, I'm getting like 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Can't. Damn. Yeah, you can't.
It's not gonna last.
You probably couldn't even get that past TSA without them stealing it.
Right?
Yeah, they'll take that.
And then I got the RG one too.
The Rogue Ally.
Yeah, and I think it's got dust on it.
Damn.
Hey,
I even own it, honestly.
Offer Up gonna be my friend because I'm gonna list both of them because I don't touch them. They got dust.
I should list mine, dude.
Yeah.
I really should.
Sorry, D-Love. I know you got just.
Oh no.
I got 410. Hey, I'm listening to Offer Up. Facts.
Yes, I've never gotten the Steam Deck. I don't see a need.
Don't get it.
You don't need it.
There's certain games I buy, and I buy just for nostalgic sake. I know I'm never going to play it, I'm never going to finish it. I'm going to play it, right? I'll come in and I'll play a little bit, but I'm never going to, like I hear Michael B and those guys talking like, oh, I put 30 hours in, 40 hours on.
I ain't got time. Yeah, I don't put that much time. No,
Yeah,
not no more.
I'm never going to do that. So
I do that with the Terminator series.
Yeah.
The shooter.
Yeah, so those games I would play, I'm not going to give them that much time.
Purpose.
So to your point, D-Love, that's why I like games like Donkey Kong, because I ain't got past the third level. Just 89 shit. So, I mean, hey.
You're doing a live tour of your arcade, D-Love.
Keep trying.
Yeah, I'm a vertical guy, man. At the heart,
keep trying.
I'm a vertical guy. I love all those vertical games. You see my Donkey Kong back there.
Yep.
That's my game. Anything you and that's a multi.
That's the only reason why I held on my pinball.
Yeah.
What?
I had made it into a vertical.
Oh, vertical. Yeah. I mean, and most people have not got past level 3, unless you're Billy Mitchell.
No, I've gotten way past.
Well, unless you D-Love. I haven't. I ain't gonna lie. Level 3 is about the best. Now, Pac-Man, I'm good, but Donkey Kong, I'm getting trash past 3. So
might be.
Now, I love OG Donkey Kong. I love Donkey Kong Jr. for sure.
I'm talking about OG.
Yeah.
I ain't got past level 3.
Till
this day.
Oh, I'm not good at that stuff.
So you never seen the board with the sliding pies and the conveyor belt you running on?
Nope.
Wow.
I ain't got that far. I got to the level where you have to jump up bridges or like platforms. I beat that. That was it. I'm done after that.
Now with Donkey Kong, do you try to get the extra points like jumping close to the barrels when they
that's me. That's
around by the fire when he first falls down there and try and get the point? Or
that's me.
That barrel that comes down, you got to try and get an extra point. Now, what about when you get up to the foot of Donkey Kong? Do you sit there and jump especially on the second board? Do you sit there and jump and collect 100 points for each jump?
No, I go fast. So the closer I get to him, the faster I'm going, because I know he's gonna keep throwing barrels. The closer I get to him, it's gonna be rapid. So I'm trying to get to the finish line. But at the bottom, I'm getting extra points.
On the second one, where you have all the fire chasing you.
Oh, on the second one.
Yeah, you have those 2 letters that move up on either side. I don't know if you guys know that you can just jump and hit the joystick and collect 100 points for every jump.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I always do that. Now,
we had the Game & Watch.
I'm never quite sure if it makes sense to do it, because you get points for if you finish faster, right? It might be 3,400.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I don't know that you get 3,400 worth of things, but I just always do it because I love doing it, because it's the thrill of it, because those fire be on your butt, right? So you got
to
get you.
That's why I'm done.
Trapped on one side, you know what I mean? But that's my game. That's my game, Donkey Kong. When I had the Nintendo 64, I remember when they came out with the Donkey Kong Country, right?
Oh, yes.
And I was like, that's not Donkey Kong.
No.
Y'all done killed Donkey Kong. Who is this guy? This is Granddaddy. You know what I mean?
Switch dropped one. Did you see that one?
The modern one. I was so disgusted. I'm like, I started playing some other game. I never played really Donkey Kong after that.
Well, that's the good thing about arcade games. You can just, it was made to take your money. You ain't getting past level 2 or 3. Keep coming back. Same thing with Terminator. I know Mensa brought you ain't getting past this. So once we take about 5 hours, it's over with. Next, come back.
Now I got a question. Now, King Creole, I know you said you had a couple of real arcades.
Yep.
Now, are those strictly in free play, or do you want to have the experience of?
Man, I want to hear. Nope. I want to hear cling.
Okay.
So ain't nothing on free play.
Okay, good. That's how about the other guys? You guys have any real coin doors that you have to put quarters in or in any of your cabinets?
Yeah, I have a cabaret style Pac-Man original, kind of little beat up, but I have it set up on free play, and I could switch it in and out. And I just recently had to switch out the door because the key that the guy that sold it to me, it rusted, so I had to drill it out and then replace it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about you, Mesiah?
Yeah. So 2 things with coin doors, or 3 technically. I got to get the kit for the Polycade, finish that up, and then I don't have an OG of anything that requires the coin doors, but the MVSX, I actually put a coin door in that. I replaced the Mach one and put an actual coin door, and it works with the high-low stuff because some of the old devs helped me out on that and got that working for me. And I would use it as an award system for my youngest, award them with quarters. And then I got an awesome slot machine.
Take real quarters.
It's a Cowboy Bebop theme one. Yeah, and it's great.
Damn,
I love it.
Yeah,
that's a good bank, mister.
Now Paul says this, and what did I say when we started the show behind?
Hey, Paul. He said he don't. Hey, he doesn't. There's no need for it.
No interest, zero interest.
No interest
in a real arcade cabinet. You know, I put coin doors in my modified Galaga and my modified Street Fighter 2 because I like that. Like you said, I like to hear that coin go through, get the credit, hear it drop in the coin box. I don't think you can say you have arcade if you do not put in the quarters.
Yeah.
I mean, all of them don't have to have it, but you gotta have it in one.
Gotta have one at least.
You gotta have one. And I always tell people it should be in your favorite cabinet because that way people play it less. Leave my favorite cabinet.
He said people play it less.
But if you're gonna play my favorite cabinet, put a quarter in, right? You know,
put a quarter in, baby.
So that's the way I look at it. But yeah, I think you have to have it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
We hated when we had to put quarters in it, right? I got to come up with some money to do so.
Now you get a return on your investment, right? Just grab them back.
Yeah, and you better find a quarter.
Obviously, the arcade one-ups model was what? No quarters necessary, right? But
right,
yeah.
And
but then you end up beating the game quick. No quarters. I mean, that night, and I realized how short games were. I'm like, wait a minute, this the end? It was only 30 minutes. What?
Except for
it wasn't made for
me, the one that was long. I never got to beat it in the arcades. It just felt like it went on forever. That Simpsons game.
Oh yeah, I've never beat that. I've never.
That was a tough one.
I never beat it.
Really?
Yeah,
it's lengthy. Am I wrong? It's pretty lengthy for an arcade game.
Yeah. I never beat it. Turtles.
I've seen it beat, but yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
In arcades, I never beat Turtles.
Punisher is the only one I like that I really like of the side-scrolling beat 'em ups. You know.
Oh, that's probably one of the best ones. Yeah.
You got 4 people. You gotta play Simpsons. So I have that. I modified my NFL Blitz, and I put.
Oh yeah, I saw that video. Yeah.
Turtles, all those things because it's a 4-player. You gotta have it. I don't have anything on there that's not a 4-player, even though you can put stuff on there. But I think those games are great, and you have to have them because when people come over, they're going to want to play them. But if I were to play the side scroller, I'll tell you one of the mods I did that to this day is I love the most was the with the gems
with Marvel superheroes.
Marvel superhero. Yeah,
oh
man, and this was the OG one. I wish they would do another Marvel superhero with the. With the deluxe style or something, with the riser and all that, because that was, to me, that was one of their nice, with the faux coin door, backlit marquee, because that one was missing all of that.
Right.
But with it, that was like the best mod I ever did. And I did it for my nephew, my great nephew, and he still has that to the date. And
that's still right here.
Beautiful cabinet. That one I did everything absolutely to it. You hit one button, it turns everything off or on. You know what I mean? Even though I had all those extra stuff.
One button.
Yep, the volume button, all the built-in power buttons and the volumes, everything worked. That was a great build. But most of the time, I modified Street Fighter because that's what most people want.
So what's next for you, D Love? I watched a bunch of your modding videos.
Yeah.
Are you on? Do you have any plans to buy it? I see everybody kind of leaving home arcade per se.
Yep.
Do you have any plans to buy one and mod it, or you done? What's the deal?
I've definitely, have interest of modding a more modern one.
Okay.
But I still don't have a full size or 3/4 scale Pac-Man.
Okay.
I would want to have Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man. Right now, my Pac-Man is a quartercades or quarter scale.
Oh, yeah,
That's my
small,
Pac-Man.
yeah.
My Miss Pac-Man is a countercade.
Okay.
But I would love to have a 3/4 scale Pac-Man, but they still to this day just haven't. And it don't really matter what they put on it because I would mod it, right?
Yeah, you would.
It's, it's just the principle of it. They won't put Miss Pac-Man on one cabinet, and I still haven't really. I think the Lux one, the all yellow one, I think that's the closest.
Oh, I saw that one. Yeah,
that we had that when we were in Cleveland.
I like the wood grain.
Yeah, and see the wood grain. That's not my experience.
That's Pizza Hut.
I remember in barbershops and stuff.
Yeah, barbershop, Pizza Hut. Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I just love the color of Miss Pac-Man. So, but every time
Miss Pac-Man is good too.
Galaga, I don't want the Galaga. You know. So they still haven't made the cabinet for me with the Pac-Man. But I think that's the only one that would get me to buy because I can play all these games.
Yeah, I'm the same.
And I haven't gotten rid of anything. If my wife told me I can't bring any more cabinets in here. So
no, that's it. That's it.
So, and she's pretty stern. So in order for me to get something new, I would have to get rid of something.
You have to get rid of something. Same.
And the only one that I could easily get rid of, well, the ALU, it's just I never play it.
Did you mod it?
I modded
Glenn's front end or what?
On it, and then I tried to mod it and because his stick didn't light up fully, right?
Oh, yeah,
like just the base or something. So I went to mod it to try and add more license to it, and then I think I dropped the screw inside. and
that's how it happens.
Right? And then it's been sitting there. And then I went to it's like, well, I'll just take that one off, put the regular one back on so I can play. Because the only thing I really played on it, I use it as a dual stick.
Oh Robotron, play.
So Robotron, Battle Zone.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Tank, the double, and that's why I bought here is because you can control it and shoot.
Yeah, with the stick.
Right, and then I play Crazy Climber. So those are unique games that I couldn't really play accurately nowhere else. So I still have it here, and I'm going to. So I finally took time.
Now's the time to sell it.
And I was going to go ahead and just take that out and put it back together. But then the screws, the way they built that, you guys have ALUs.
Yep.
They have that cover.
No,
and for some crazy reason, they have this real deep well.
They do,
to get those screws out. So those screws are stripped or
they hard to get out.
Hard to get out. So I think, so that stopped me. It's like, oh man.
You're like,
I'm just going to have to just cut that. I'm just going to have to just cut that plastic off so I can get access to it. So
that's why I left mine off.
Yeah. So I shouldn't put that on when I.
So I will say this: that Legends Unchained, that arcade front end, works way better than one sauce coin ops. That one is perfect.
Yeah, you were showing it off earlier. It was great.
It's perfect.
Yeah, you're gonna want to see that.
Yeah, I'm gonna show that. I'll show you how it looks. But it's the Glenn's front Legends Unchained.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't
arcade.
I haven't seen that. Yeah, I have to share a video for me.
And the devs for that is in our community.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep. Mm-hmm. And that one you don't need no 5 terabyte hard drive. I got a little bitty thumb drive because it is Rufus that you write a little small USB and that's it. And you can download straight from Wi-Fi on the ALU. You don't have to do nothing.
Damn, nice. We got a super chat here from Artemis.
Hey,
$4.99. Thanks, man. He says, "Love this panel. Super chat for the only channel that can take them."
Yep.
Oh, shit.
I appreciate the super chat.
Appreciate it, man.
Talking shit.
I mean, I definitely enjoy with you guys, man. We're gonna have to do this.
Yeah, I enjoy it, man. It's awesome.
Whenever you want, man.
We just pick a topic like we did here, and just go at it, man. And that's been my goal, man. Just I told you guys at the start is to get more involved. Cause it's all about the community. I think a lot of people have gotten away from that, and and I think we need to bring that back and just guys get on here, talk about whatever we want to talk about, enjoy it, leave all the drama behind. It's all about love, spread the love, spreading the love for this passion. like this new Playdate. Never would have heard of it.
I never heard of it. Yeah,
And
I'm
we
glad.
got
I'm
talked
glad.
about it, you know what I mean? And even the retro stuff, to talk about that stuff, even though some people have, I remember about the, the 3DO, right? You know what I mean? And the Dreamcast. If you can get a Dreamcast at one of these old, what do they call those stores now?
The retro stores?
The retro stores, the secondhand stores, whatever you call it,
And they went up on price.
If I could plug it real quick, the Dreamcast has a lot of updates coming to it, as far as people are still making crazy stuff for it. They got ports. If you go check out Neon Bitchy, Artemis, other page, Jade, you guys know her as She Lion Gaming. She's got a recent video out that folks have. They're like some of the top in the whole industry here, and they ported over modern ports of Grand Theft Auto, et cetera, to the Dreamcast. Go check out our video if you can, because
all right,
great.
I'm gonna check that out.
I mean,
I still play mine.
The CD, everything. And what's interesting about it is they don't promote piracy, so you have to own the game. And then with the CD, the way it works with the computer and whatnot, it validates that you own it.
Okay.
Oh, really?
No,
that's next level. Oh, okay.
Convert and port and stuff like that. So really ethical. You enjoy it.
I want to hit some of these chats here before we get off.
Oh yeah, go ahead, man. Do your thing.
So Kevin Carlson says, "Am I going to get the Glenn's FU?" I don't know.
Yeah.
Tara's going to be involved. And Glenn's a good guy. I'm definitely interested. I'll have to see.
Not coming out until they go.
Yeah, same here, man. I'm gonna have to see how much that's gonna cost now.
Yeah. Now, so to make room, if I had to get rid of something, the easiest thing for me to get rid of is the Big Blue. I just do not play.
Oh yeah, buy for Big Blue. I sold mine.
Yeah, Big Blue is not one. I got it because I was going to play online, because
that's what I thought
online. But what I've learned over the year with just about every platform, I'm not the online person.
Oh.
I'm not going to have the dedication and time that people have, especially when you talk about Call of Duty. When you go out there, it's like a fish in a bucket, right? And they know the whole board like their backyard, right? I'm running around. By the time I move 2 feet, they done came out. They got a sniper spot up there. You know what I mean? In every aspect of the game. Remember back with the football, they used to unplug it so you wouldn't get your wings.
Oh, game over. I quit.
I want to lose, unplug the network, or
So
online just haven't been good to me. Now I must say that I have had great experience with the VR online with the walkabout.
Oh
That's been a lot of fun.
Great.
Yeah, on MetaQuest. I don't know if you consider MetaQuest a handheld or not. But,
hey, you might.
Things have changed. I was one of the. I consider myself an OG into the VR space. I have the original development Oculus Rift kit.
Damn.
So all the way back in like 2012 era, I was taking it on deployments, and people didn't believe VR was a real. So when I would show them, the device and stuff through you had to play on the PC and whatnot, or my laptop, they're like, "Oh crap!" Things have changed now. Facebook bought it, so to see it, I own almost every version still. Like I have like 7 of them.
Damn.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And Facebook they changed a lot. You used to be able to live stream with them, but you have an avatar in the VR space. And you could Facebook Live everything.
Okay.
So I remember that.
I call you on Messenger and be in my VR. Yeah, and you see my avatar in VR.
I tried to do the thing, and it seemed like it worked on Facebook, but not on YouTube, or something was weird. So
they took away a lot of features that they used to have for it.
How it is with anything. People make rules, right? Somebody did something crazy, and they had to stop it. I'm sure.
Well, yeah, because what people got to understand about the VR space is that some people will go in like, oh, it's just another video game. I'm detached. In the VR world, the ethic code is I'm real, you're real. Just because it's an avatar doesn't make it any less real. So the etiquette code is you're supposed to be acting as if you're in person. You shouldn't be some horn dog trying to look up an avatar's dress, stuff like that. These are actual like major red flag co-violations like that. It would get you red flag, like it's equivalent. And you know, and then there's other disturbing stuff. People could touch other people's avatars and games and stuff, and then it's like, okay, well, how do you stop aggressors and these weirdos and
what's
whatnot?
up?
There was a lot of rules that had to get made and you know and changed.
Once you expose, I always say it. You know, online has brought a lot of people that would previously only had their grandmothers as their audience. You know. You know, going back down that basement, boy. You know,
Oh, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they get to have free reign, and people hide behind keyboards and mouse and do a lot of stuff that they wouldn't do in your face, right?
Mhm.
The Warriors, keyboard warriors, I call them.
Yeah. Breakdown. Have to break down by one. I keep saying, but I go.
Hey,
check
I
out-
got 2 of them.
Dreamcast is the gold standard, man. And even
Yeah,
today,
that's-
like I
it's
said, you play
arcade.
everything on it still.
Is it Ready to Rumble? Is that what?
Ready
Yeah,
to Rumble,
yes, Ready
crazy
to
tech.
Rumble.
What?
Michael Jackson was in that game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Ready to Rumble.
Ready to
Crazy.
Rumble.
What's the other one?
Awesome.
Yeah, Crazy
Tag Team.
Taxi. They had
Marvel
my
versus
favorite
Capcom.
Gundam game, Gundam 0083, Berserk.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Power
I
Stone.
have a great Dreamcast
Oh,
title
Power
still with
Stone.
manuals.
Mhm.
Man, some of the gold standards were on the Dreamcast. Oh, the online game, Fantasy Star Online.
Oh, yeah, Fantasy Star, yeah.
yeah.
Sega Online, yeah.
Now, did you guys have like the keyboard and the little?
I had the
motor?
keyboard
I had
and
the
the mouse.
mouse
It
and
was
keyboard,
it
yeah.
was my computer while I was in the service. So when I go out to the missile field and whatnot, I would bring it, and when I come back, I would use it to go online. It had a browser. It had IRC.
Yep, they had a browser, yeah.
So I was able to still keep in contact with my friends. The Sega network was a thing.
Was good.
And then they
yeah.
transferred to Earthlink.
Man, you go way back with some IRC, boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
You still got the
IRC,
online CD, huh?
Telnet. I used to dial into my the school system with Telnet and have free internet.
Damn.
I had Prodigy.net.
Yeah.
Well, Telnet was the command prompt system,
Right.
so it was
Yeah, I wasn't doing
Yeah,
it.
you didn't
I
have to
had
go-
Prodigy.
you
That was
didn't
my
have to-
first.
Now,
You
who
didn't have to
knows
go
what
through,
Archie or Veronica was back in the day?
Yeah,
Oh,
you didn't have to go
hey,
through a third party.
wait, what?
Not the comic strip. That was online stuff. Yeah, we used to do bulletin boards.
Yeah, I know
to be
bulletin
the
boards.
net-
To be able to
network
share.
DD boards or whatever.
Yep, the shit.
I was on I had a CompuServe computer,
Okay, I remember CompuServe.
and
Yep.
I still have the whole hard drive. It's a 30 megabyte hard drive.
30 megabytes.
Yeah, and then
Lord.
I still got my AOL 2.5 beta disc.
I can tell you what y'all don't have today is some of
Mm-hmm.
those net zero discs.
I got
Yeah,
that.
I don't have.
It's in
I
the
know what
attic.
you're talking about. I don't have it. I
Net
remember
zero.
Net Zero.
Ooh-wee.
Man, that was some crazy stuff. Net
But
zero.
you always get the free internet because AOL keep advertising the internet.
Oh,
so
they
you
keep
just
sending you this.
Right.
What,
They get a new
2,000 hours for
account.
free?
Right. Yeah, we all got some time with some net zero.
I would dial into my friend's computer to play Duke Nukem.
Oh,
Yeah,
Quake.
Duke Nukem was my game. Leisure Suit Larry.
Oh man, Leisure Suit
That
Larry.
was great.
I
That's
was
one of the
always thinking
greatest
they were going to
20
show more than they going to do, but they definitely
They ain't so. Sierra knew better than that.
Yeah,
Right.
it was good though.
But yeah, I think I had all the series of Leisure Suit. I probably have.
Did you know Prince had a point and click game? It's on one of his albums, or no, I forgot what it was called, but it's like Prince
I thought you
Interactive.
were talking about Prince Malcolm.
No,
I'm like, whoa,
Prince,
wait.
the artist, and
Prince
it's
Malcolm
a
ain't
good
tell me that.
game actually. Yeah, but Prince had a game. I remember playing it, and you go through his mansion, and
The
you can
fingerprints.
go through his vault. Yeah, and you listen to his music and all
Prince
that. But it
laughed.
was like Mist. It's Prince game.
And that was a PC game.
I was in a
It
game,
was a
but I was
PC game.
taken
It
out.
was just like
Oh yeah, but
like the game Mist. The point and click.
Squash Bug.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to just think of some of the old games like with the Seventh
Wing
Guest.
Commander.
Um,
Those
Oh,
horror
Wing
games are
Commander.
classic.
Oh
Yeah.
man, you went
Like
way back.
scared? Was it Scared of the Dark and stuff like that? Those
King's Quest.
202 Bird versus.
Yep, Bird. Yep, Jordan.
Jordan.
Yep, Jordan.
Versus, was it Jordan
versus Jordan?
Magic Johnson's Fast Break was on DOS.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, those DOS games, man. See,
Yeah.
Prince will be posting like these Nintendo games, and I'll be posting up the DOS version.
DOS versions, yeah.
Man.
DOS was everything.
I had a
for me.
Spider-Man DOS game, and it took forever to beat. It
Scorched
was horrible.
Now, any of you guys still occasionally write some batch files at all? You guys use a batch still?
Ooh, you bringing it back?
I
man.
don't.
See, I know about that.
Mr. Probably.
I still have.
He's a gamer, coder.
I took a network class way back, so they taught it to us when the systems were going so bad. It was like 95, 96 era. So I got to learn the whole batch system. But man, batch.
That's like you know, I did my little TV. I don't know if you guys seen a little video I had.
I love that little. I'm gonna get that little TV.
You created a batch file for that?
Yeah, so for to rename them. So
Wait
I have like an Excel file I have, and that way you got to quickly rename any of the files and just do a batch file. It renames them, and now it'll play in a totally different order. So I still use batch. I've never gone away from using batch for many different reasons.
Yeah, I'm about to get that little TV because I want that.
I'm in the DOS prompt every month for some reason, still to this date.
Hey, I busted my chops writing that CD / directory. Hey, them prompts was
God.
Yeah,
hey, trying to learn Linux and stuff.
Yeah,
was a
so
whole
I did
nightmare.
Linux and DOS. So sometimes I do an LS or dir, but I change some of that stuff. But yeah,
them DOS games was epic, Prince. I'm telling you.
He said keyboard blew my mind when NFL 2K came out. You're talking about the Dreamcast shotgun? Hey,
he's talking about Dreamcast. I know.
Hey, when like I was saying on that their memory card, you could choose the plays on the memory card. That was the greatest thing.
Was it really 50 floppy disks?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The free floppy disk. Yeah, because you kept getting them, so you just kept getting free AL.
Yeah, they'll mail it to you for free.
Yeah,
you got mail.
Yep.
You just keep
and
updating
you get
your
like 2,000 hours.
They'll give you like 2 to 20 hours or whatever, and hey,
at the end
it was limited, but it was worth it, man.
Yeah,
but that was like social time, man. You know,
I would be in the AOL chat rooms. That was a
the
good
only
time.
thing that sucked is if you didn't have 2 lines. You know, you had a sibling. They'll get on the phone and cut you off. Like,
somebody was saying right here.
He said my phone line was busy. Same, hey Sean, same. My mom would pick up here
to that modem tone. I can still hear it in my head, and if it didn't reach that right tone, you knew already when it was going to fail based on the tone.
I had to get so to your point, Sean, I didn't get online until like 9, 10 o'clock at night when everybody was off the phone.
Well, you had to because the rates was lower.
Oh yeah, that too.
Later in the night, because when your parents got them phone bills, like what the hell you calling?
Yeah, the rate.
Remember back then?
Yeah,
I had calling down with you guys. You couldn't call the next city without it being more expensive.
I actually screwed up once and costed my parents $800.
God,
but they fixed it though. I don't know how, but they called and because then said how there was a mistake was made, and they did it immediately and they fixed it. But boy.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got lit.
That bill, like what?
I didn't know about long distance number. I just hit the dang,
right.
You know.
You pick a
MCI.
Because they had what they call, was it called zone calling? I think it was called back then.
Dude, this was the era you pick up the phone and you can listen in on the neighbors talking and stuff. The line.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you'll get your lines crossed. You'll be in the middle of a conversation and be like, "Who is this?" People cross the street.
This a juicy convo.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you a little bit of truth. My mother was best friends with the lady that actually whose voice was used for at the tone. The time would be 6
what?
In 30 seconds. They recorded her voice and that was used.
Wow. Hey, that's some history there.
Yep.
He said,
I know that voice.
Man, it was a mess trying to download albums off of Kazaa.
Oh man,
he said Kazaa.
One song took what 2 days? 3 days.
Like God dang, man.
It's crazy because with the bulletin boards, you go on there because people were suspicious that you was the FBI, right? No matter where.
Oh
you
yeah, you had to know code words.
Right, right. You the FBI, and so I found out real early that if I said I was a woman, a girl, I can get all the stuff I want for free because all the guys.
Hey, those guys were
catfishing
if
for
you
free.
posed as a girl, it was like, good lord.
They was helpful.
my
You know,
God.
oh boy, this is how you do that here. You want to get what you want. Right,
That's
Those
funny.
free stuff.
without that, man, you was getting interrogated.
Oh man.
Yeah, now it's free fall, but back then it was code words and even video games. Like some of those video games, you had to own the game and put in the code word
Right.
to play it.
Mhm.
Yeah, but you
Those
know,
adult
if you
games,
think about
I
it,
say.
if you think about all the technology, all the innovation of the internet, starting from that period on,
Yeah.
porn is what helped all that innovate. Online,
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
online,
The adult
I
game,
mean, look at
video
Game Boy
games.
Loser Sheet Larry,
Remember-
right? I
remember
mean,
when
how
GIFs
popular
came
that
out?
was, even though it was a good game. It
when
was,
GIFs,
it was that
the first
aspect.
time GIFs appeared on the internet, you know.
Oh yeah,
You know.
yeah.
That led to moving to video, right? So I mean, I was there the whole time. I mean, I'm not.
Everybody knew
You
they
saw
were
it all,
there was
huh?
in those AOL
I
chat.
saw
with the
all of
pictures.
it. You know. But the innovation, man. The thing that frustrates me about all that is we were there and could have been millionaires from
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
big,
man.
hands
big
in the middle of
millionaires.
all that. Dell, Microsoft,
Especially
Apple,
Dell.
you know what I mean? OS2, you know what I mean? No matter what it was, if we just had if we had teachers, right? People that knew about that say, hey, invest that money instead of buying XYZ, buy some stock in these companies, it would be we'd be a different
I
person.
just read an article how Scaramucci invested $1,200 in the Microsoft stocks, forgot about it, and
That's crazy.
now he realizes he's got a hell of a lot more fortune than he thought he did.
Mm.
The
So
guy's
to
already
your
a
point,
billionaire.
D-Love, about computers, my first computer was in 1990, and we kept it secret because at school you would get teased in that era. Oh, you play computers? What? Why? And to your point, Mister, I played a whole bunch of DOS games, but I didn't say it. I would talk about the Nintendo games because you would get teased about being a
286
geek.
or 386. What you have at that?
386.
386.
That was my first. Yep.
Yep.
And so, but just think if we didn't get teased, we would be millionaires because we would invest time in the gaming and PCs. But that's why I didn't get involved like that.
Yeah, I think that
because
was my first one was a 386.
Depending on the system you live in.
Damn.
Yep. And we kept that hidden, Prince. You ain't go on the bus talking no, hey, did you? I got 386.
That's the thing about the community, and you know what community I'm talking about. Y'all, we would be successful in the stuff. Be like, yo, look at y'all, man. This guy got kids.
Hey, that's why I kept it quiet.
Stupid dummy. Like what? Like when
Yep.
is that being, well off a bad thing, But
For me, it was bad.
Yeah, but everybody around me knew I was into computers, man, because I worked.
So they knew.
Yeah, I worked in the lab in elementary school with the Commodore PETs.
Oh yeah, the Commodore, yeah.
Yeah, remember the green screens with the cassettes you put in there.
Yep.
You had to play your learning games, but if you finish those things, then you could play.
Then you can play the real games.
We're sleeping on Apple and their games growing up. Remember them Apple computers in the schools?
Yeah, my school had an Apple computer.
Apple IIe, the 3C,
Number Munchers.
Yep, Oregon Trail.
Was that the Apple? Was that Spectrum as well, or
no? It was Apple.
No, straight up
we had
Apple.
Apple
Computer had a big old floppy disk, and you play. Remember the King's Quest, one of the greatest RPG.
Green screen.
Something like the Witch. Oh man.
Number Munchers are fun though, man.
Yeah, some of the greatest point and click.
Hey, you didn't have to play nothing else but Number Munchers.
Number Munchers was awesome. That's how I learned my primes.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't know what a prime was, but I knew them all.
Multiplication, fast prime numbers, all that.
Oh yeah.
I think the only one I played on Apple was Outrun.
Hey, sounds crazy. A CD-ROM. Oh, wow.
Wow.
I got teased for listening to Michael Jackson and Boys to Men thing.
Oh, I ain't get teased for that, Kevin.
That's the best shit.
Yeah, I ain't get teased for that.
All right, guys. Well, we going on the hour and a half, man.
Yeah. We went off track there.
That's fine. It's fine. But man, I appreciate you guys. We're gonna wrap
Thank
this
you,
up
thank
here.
you.
Any shouts out you want to give out to, like, any of your social medias where people could find you?
Blackout. That's it. That's where you find me.
Okay.
Yeah. You can check us out on Blackout. Come through the Facebook page, All Things Arcade and IR Arcade. That's where we're mostly chilling at, and
Yep.
hit us up whenever you guys feel like it.
If you have restaurant ideas for your wife, date night, if you want to learn about barcades and stuff, come to my TikTok at PMalcolm0.
I'm following those ideas too. I've been using some of them.
So we got play dates, and now we got date nights. So we got everything.
Yep, I've been using that one lately.
All right, guys, man. Hey, I appreciate you guys coming in. We're gonna have to do this again, like I said.
Yep.
We definitely gonna do this again. I appreciate you guys stopping in and checking us out live. For those who are watching it on review, on replay, we appreciate you. Let us know in the chats what your handheld is. Anything you want to share, we're gonna respond to you. And we appreciate you, love you. And until next time, guys, we'll see you on the web.
Thanks for watching Detroit Love. Please subscribe to the channel. Like and share the video. We want to see and read your comments below. And until next time, I'll see you on the web.